plan for T. Higgins this week?
Get him into practice today. See where it goes from there.
What do you need to see from him in order to do? Does he need to go full a certain amount?
No, I mean just make sure he's healthy.
I just pitched about this a little while ago. How big of an asset, given how much trouble y'all are running, to have T out there as one of the other receivers when you're in a two-receiver set? I mean, how much more dynamic does that really make everything?
Just as simple as he's a top player in this league, so that makes every personal grouping better when he's in it. And so him and Jamar, obviously, two guys that draw a lot of attention singularly. And so then when you got them on the field together, it's certainly good assets to have.
How about the rookies, Mims and Chris Jenkins? Do you think they'll be able to progress? I know Mims has already been practicing.
Right. So we'll continue to work him through it, get Chris out there, see what he's capable of over the course of the week, and just continue to go from there.
How important is it for both of those guys to be able to get some team reps before they go?
It's important. I think just having taken time off, both rookies, I think it's critical to get them into practice and see how they handle the physicality.
Any new information on Rankins or Hill's injury?
No, I don't. We'll just keep going day to day. I don't expect them to practice today.
What kind of leadership, presence, talent does Lawrence Guy bring?
Veteran in this league. I mean, he's I think now our longest tenured guy. He's been – that's a weird way to say that, I guess. But he's prepared for him all summer. I shouldn't say prepared for him, watched him all summer getting ready for New England. He was on a lot of that tape. So very familiar with him over the years. I think he understands what this division's all about. And so, again, really excited to get him in the building. Great guy, and excited to see him go to work.
Just saw him for the first time. He looks like he would be hard to move. Is that kind of what he brings to
That's the
New
plan.
England?
Yeah, he's done a great job over the years, and that's our expectation of him.
You started a rookie quarterback, and obviously they are too from day one. What challenges can that bring, especially early in the year for a guy like that?
Well, there's just things you haven't seen before. So college is different than the pros, obviously, and so there's just a learning curve. I think Jaden, I think he's really impressive already. Just watching him, particularly in the last game against New York, not a throw he missed. There's one kind of in the red zone. One, he didn't quite get enough time. He got hit as he threw it in the end zone. But other than that, I thought he was really sharp. I thought he did a great job moving in the pocket, got the ball out of his hand, extremely accurate, poised. I see a really good player who's going to have a really good rookie season.
Back to talking about your rookies, you've got guys who are injured who could be coming back and getting roles right away, and then even in the back half of the draft, you've got rookies playing roles right away. How have you identified and established some roles for some guys coming in early on? How important has that been?
They earn them. That's over the course of training camp. There's plenty of opportunity there, just the way we practice and play our preseason games. And so these guys get a chance to show us who they are early. There's obviously some guys that come around a little bit later. But I think the guys that have walked out there on the field and the guys that are coming off of injury have proven that they deserve a chance to get out there and get some snaps, whether it be big or small. And we've got confidence in these rookies. They're coached up well. They understand what to do. They got great veteran leadership around them to help bring them along as well and maybe bring them further along than a normal rookie would be. So it's a group that I think has been really fun to watch, and they work hard, and I'm excited to see those guys get their opportunities.
They have a tandem of defensive tackles, Pro Bowl defensive tackles that could be a problem.
Yeah.
What's the biggest problem?
They're the problem. They're outstanding, and they've been outstanding since the last time we played them in 2020. Times before that when I've played them, and so they wreak havoc in the run game and the pass game. Dan Quinn really just brought the edge guys with him too. With Armstrong and Fowler and Bobby Wagner, and so he brought three guys that know his system and know how to operate. They had those 2D tackles that have been there. They added one with Newton, who's going to get more playing time as it goes. And so it's a really talented group. Plays really hard, create a lot of issues for you up front, and we got to be on top of it this week.
Zach, this team has been incredible in prime time at home under you. How much pride do you take in that?
Well, there's a great expectation. Our fans get ramped up. There's a lot of energy in that stadium. I think the organization does a great job with the buildup of the game and the in-game atmosphere, and our fans deliver. And so the team needs to deliver. And so, again, our players really enjoy. I've got great memories of it being dark in the stadium and our team playing really well. And so, again, I expect the same this Monday night.
Is there any one, I know it's hard to remember sticks out to you of the primetime games?
They all stick out. I mean, they've all been great games and really quality opponents in all of them. No different this week against Washington.
When you're trying to pick up that first win in week 3, what's the balance of making sure that you maintain a sense of urgency without pressing, maybe more so than you need to, as you try to?
I don't feel anybody pressing. I feel this is a very comfortable team that understands how to work and just how to have that preparedness about them that leads to confidence and can lead to being at ease, And so it's not just this tense, tight, we got to do this, we got to do this. I don't feel that from our team. I've never really felt that from these guys. I think that's one of the things that serves us really well in situations like this.
Is this moment that y'all are in terms of the grand scheme of things, does it feel similar to maybe different moments that you've had, not just at the beginning of the season, but maybe back in 21, 22, 20? I mean, does this feel similar to anything?
No, I don't think about it that way. I'm just watching tape of Washington and trying to put our best foot forward. So I don't think about how does this feel compared to other things.
I know you guys get injuries every week, but now that T is getting closer at least to getting back on the field, how jarring was it losing him after that Thursday practice or whatever it was right before they opened?
It's just part of it. It's unfortunate. We need him. We always want him out there. I think it's just part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. Whether it happens during the game, happens during the week. You don't overreact to it. Next man up. You just get guys ready, and that's the truth. And you find different ways maybe to game plan a little bit to feature some other guys, but that's just part of the gig. And we've coached enough games together here now to where we kind of know how to work around that and put our best foot forward for the other guys.
Burrow is typically elite at not fumbling. His fumbles so far this season, do you think that's a small sample size? Or
Yeah, I think it's a small sample size.
Zach, a bit of a hypothetical, but with Amarius Mims, if healthy, did he, regardless of what happens with Trent Brown and everything, did he prove enough to you in preseason that he can be a starter if healthy in this league right now?
We got a lot of confidence in him, and I think he put his best foot forward in the time he's had on the field, and we'll just see how it plays out moving forward.
What have you liked about the offensive line as a unit and the way it's progressed over the last 2 years together?
Yeah, communicated really well. They're always on the same page. They enjoy being around each other, which I think that chemistry really matters. And so again, I like what we've got in that group, and as a unit, we just got to continue moving forward.
X's and O's, is there something you've noticed that they've improved upon or anything like that?
I think every game plan's a little bit different. They're in tune with everything we're trying to do, in all aspects of the offense. And it's a fun group to talk to because they like football. They like talking football. They like talking the scheme. They like you can hear the reaction in a walkthrough when you call play, so you know that they feel really good about it. And so it's a good group to be around. That brings a lot of energy. It's a consistent energy group, which is critical. And so, again, I think those guys, I enjoy being around them.
Going back to your playing days, what's it like when you haven't been on the field for a win in a while? How does that kind of affect you as you kind of go through a season?
That was a long time ago. I don't know. It's tough.
Getting back to the primetime environment here, I think you won 6 in a row at home in primetime games. How real is that idea that you feed off the energy that the crowd brings?
There's moments, you can capitalize on when you grab some momentum, and the sideline feels it, the stadium feels it. We talked a lot about it last week going to Kansas City. We're going to have to manufacture that ourselves because you're not going to get that reaction from the stadium to build you up. And I thought there were some great examples of that from our team on the road. It's a little more natural at home, to feel that because you can feel the energy from the crowd collectively. And so that's been very consistent, whether it's a day game or a night game. Night games are just a little more special. I think everybody would agree with that. And again, there's a lot of good memories here over the last several years of playing well in those night games. And so I think everybody that enters the stadium, all of our players that walk out of the tunnel, they feel that, and there's that recall there that, man, we play good in this atmosphere. And so we got to put the work in this week. We haven't practiced yet, and so we still got a long ways to go, but that'll certainly be our expectation on Monday.
Zach, for a primetime game, is there a second round, the large cup of coffee in the afternoon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's routines you follow for sure. So that's it's certainly a different day.
You've seen a lot of football now that you've seen Cam's one-handed interception on film and had time to digest it. Is that one of the best individual plays you've seen in person?
Yep. That and Brent Grimes against Calvin Johnson in Detroit, 2014 probably, 15 maybe.
Going back to prime time, you add the layer of the induction. What's your thoughts, Corey and Tim Crumrye?
It's incredibly worthy. Just getting to know Tim over the years, former coach, talking to him in different environments I've been in. You can feel his passion and his energy. I can only imagine what he was like as a player. I hear some O's in here. Lap, I'm sure you guys got along great. It's hard for me to say I haven't watched all the tape from that era, but the way that people talk about him, just his passion for the game and what he brought to practice every single day in the games. And so it's really cool to see a guy get to go through that. And Corey, I've known Corey a long time. Probably first heard of him when he was playing in the NFL, but then to play in the Jayhawk Conference, in junior college. He's a fellow alum there. And so I've always been a Corey Dillon fan. And just what he brought to those teams, just the physicality and to be able to wear defenses out like he did, and I think is really cool to see him get this. And so for those two guys to get back around here and spend some time, just around the organization, around the fans, and be recognized, in a big-time game like this, I think is really cool for both those guys and obviously well-deserved.
What's impressed you most about the very early impact Eric All has made?
Can put a lot on his plate. You can put a lot on his plate. That's what you're not sure about when you add a rookie. And again, you've heard me talk about tight ends over and over, all the things that they have to do. We put a lot on his plate, and he keeps answering the bell. And so you just keep going at him. And he's really good in multiple phases for us on offense. I think that's a credit to him. That's a credit to James. That's a credit to Drew and the other veterans in that room, bringing him along too. That's one unit. He represents everybody when he walks out there on the field in that unit, in that position group, and you can feel that from that group. It's a very tight group. They have high expectations for each other. They're helping bring each other along, whoever gets the rep. And so it's been, Eric's done it through 2 games now, and now it's just that consistency moving forward. But we certainly like what we see.
Do you think the players, you mentioned about, manufacturing energy, you don't have to as much at home, with the home crowd and the inductees, do you think the players will kind of some energy be manufactured from the induction ceremonies and all that?
We always miss the induction, so these players will certainly be aware of what's happening. We value the history that's been here, and I think that's well deserved from past players when they come around. We want to make sure that these players are going to want 30, 40 years from now. They're going to want to be honored and appreciated when they come around, and there's certainly a huge group of former players that deserve that same appreciation. And so that's how I'd answer your question, Dave, is just I want this team to have an appreciation for past generations of Bengals players, because there's a lot of great ones. And so that's what I take from it, and just want to have that appreciation.
Have you ever given serious thought to adjusting your practice times to adjust for a Monday night game or any night game?
Yeah, there's certainly been times that we have done that. A lot of times on shorter weeks, just because the week is a little strange. On those Thursday night games, we do practice at night. And so there's been times that we've done things at nighttime.
Ryan Robinson, Austin Eckler are good backs. Daniels has 130-plus
Yeah.
rushing yards so far. What stands out about their running attack?
It's a great offense, and they spread you out, they attack you, they make you defend really every blade of grass. They'll throw the ball in the perimeter. He does a great job getting through his progressions. I've seen him come off quickly versus certain coverages, the front side of the progression, and hit the backside for big gains. The running backs do an excellent job breaking tackles. They got speed to finish and durability to finish. They do a good job up front. They kicked field goals in every possession last week, and they got a penalty on every possession inside the 10-yard line as far as I could tell. So there could have been a lot of points on the board last week that, and I'm sure they're saying the same thing. There was just some pre-snap penalties that moved them back and put them in 1st and 15 in long situations that they just couldn't quite, nobody really overcomes. So there's a recognition there of how they played last week and what potentially could have happened. Instead of 21 points and 7 field goals, it could have been a lot of touchdowns out there. And so they put the meat of the work in there to get all the way down there with all the things that you're talking about, the run game, the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback throwing, the protection. It's a challenging offense. They're a really good group.
Is it a Dan Quinn defense, Cowboys and all that kind of stuff, or has he evolved?
Physical up front, they do a great job. And again, that's why he brought, 3 to my count guys from Dallas. They're trying to get the ball out. They're going to play physical up front. They're going to be really sound tacklers. So again, it's the early phase of what he's trying to do because it's just his third game there. But you got a veteran, experienced head coach who's done this for a long time and knows how to hit the ground running and brought the pieces, to get it started. And it's I'm telling you, we got so much respect for what's going on in Washington right now. This is a massive challenge for us, and I think it's a team that's going to have a great year at the end of the day. And they've got a lot of talent over there that makes things very difficult. Okay, thank you.